In a quiet seaside town, an evil laid to rest centuries ago has risen. An abandoned fortress deep in the swamp holds a secret that could save the village or destroy it. Now, a band of adventurers sets out to dig up the wounds of the past and bring the light of day to the roots of ruin. This is Tabletop Gold.
Hello, everybody. It's time for another edition of Tabletop Gold. I am your host, Lars Casteen, and I'm here today, and I'm also the Game Master, and I'm here today with the four players on this show. They are as follows: David the Tin Man Chernicoff.
Good that time, Lars.
Robin Lange.
Good ear health time. Sorry, I had my sound on way too loud when you said hello.
Oh, did I blow it out? I'm so
bit.
sorry. I'm very, very sorry.
Ear health. I thought you said peer health, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, let's all think about our peers, how they're doing.
I think it's
One
my
of
own
my
fault.
peers that I'm happy to say hello to is Zoe Chernicoff.
Good cashew time, which is what I'm currently eating. I think we can agree a great on-air snack. Nice and crunchy.
Yep. Well, they're a little pastier than a lot of crunchy snacks are. The cashew doesn't have the most integrity, if you ask me. It sort of
wow.
gives way. It's
It's right
like
here.
chewing
I
on a
can
little
hear
bit
you.
of wet chalk, if you ask me.
So you're not a cashew man.
Whoa. They're fine.
I
But they're
love
no
those.
peanuts, is what I'll
Cashews,
tell
Okay,
you.
interesting.
Cashews.
Favorite nut is something
Whoa.
we definitely got to do for a chat topic at some time.
Well, let's do it right now. Let's talk.
Wow.
You want to get nuts? Let's get
Well,
nuts.
I think we haven't said hello to Armat.
Yeah. Hi, Armat. How's it going?
Hey guys,
You're here too.
it's good. Good that time.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about. So this is my thought. This is my thought process about nuts.
Mhm.
There are your workaday nuts, your quotidian, your Joe lunch pail nuts. We're talking
Joe
about.
lunch pail.
There we go. We're talking about a peanut. We're talking about a cashew.
Oh, interesting. I don't think of a cashew as an everyday nut.
You get if you go to the gas station and you buy that snack mix that has like raisins and bullshit in it, like one of those things is a cashew.
Okay, they tend
know what I'm talking about?
cashews are rather ubiquitous, but I would like to point out, have you ever seen what a cashew looks like before it's
Yeah,
harvested?
the way they grow. It's
They look
wild.
Wild.
The fact that we
Let's
get
find
one
a
little
picture.
cashew out of like a big fruit. Think about how many giant cashew fruits there are in the world to get us all the cashews we have.
Yeah,
I think
they
cashews
should
are
cost
wild.
more, I've always felt.
Are the
Um,
fruits edible?
Oh, that's funny. I've never seen that before. It's
Me
like
neither.
It's like a bell pepper. It looks sort of
Yeah.
like if a bell pepper and a pear, like a Bosc pear, had a love child, but then the cashew is just
Yeah,
sort
it's like
of
a little nubbin coming off
a
the
little
end.
nub and a little protuberance off the bottom.
Cashews-
Just
Dangling
these
there.
fruits.
The cashew's
these fruits,
inside that thing. That's the shell around the cashew.
Wow. So
It's
what
huge.
do we know about what happens to all the rest of it? Is it just taste ucky, and so we ground it into paste and use it to fertilize the tree and get more of the teeny tiny little delicious cashews that we love? Like, what are we?
I don't know. What do they do with the fruit part of the cashew? Let's
You
do
know-
a search.
Yeah, I don't actually know. I just know
Does
that
it turn out that an almond is just the seed of a melon that's actually the size of like a hippopotamus? Like,
Kind
what
of.
is-
Cashew?
Yeah.
apple. Huh. Juicy,
Cashew
sweet,
apple.
tangy fruit. I wonder if it's similar to a pawpaw.
Like
Pawpaw, one of the
like
few native fruits in America.
What's a pawpaw? We got to slow way
I'm so
way
sorry.
down. We
I'm
got to
doing it
deal with
again.
one of these things at a
I'm
time.
doing it again with Robin's weird food show.
Yes, we've backed into Robin names foodstuffs that the rest of us have never heard of before. I guess I've heard of pawpaws, but I sure as shit had not heard of cashews looking like these enormous like mushroom bells.
I'm so curious. I
We're
didn't know
we're
you
gonna
could
go
eat
in
the
reverse.
fruit.
We're gonna unpack this in reverse. What's a pawpaw? What are we talking about?
A pawpaw, it's a native fruit in America. It's one of the few native tree fruits in America. It grows wild. They're actually hard
They're
to
kind
cultivate.
of like custard apple-y.
Yes, Yes, they're very soft.
All right. Okay, so we've
they're
solved that
southern
problem.
fruit. They appear in they are named in the song "Bare Necessities" in the Jungle Book.
Okay, good.
This was the first time I had ever run across the word. Was as a youth. It's in like the sort of breakdown, like pitch and pattery. I mean, it's not actually rap, but it's the little
in the patter part of Bare Necessities. He talks about
Correct.
the pawpaw fruit. Okay.
He does.
Okay, good. Let's back out again. What does the almond fruit look like? Here's a picture,
Cashew,
David. It's
right?
like
Oh,
it
almond,
looks.
okay.
It looks. No, we got a bunch before we can get
Wow.
back to cashew.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
Here's the almond fruit. It looks like a fuzzy little guy. It's just a little.
You know what? I have
Right, it's
seen
like
these
a
before.
it's like a haunted peach.
It's
Not
like
the
a
outside
haunted
part.
Good
peach.
call.
It's a haunted peach, and then inside of it is a seed pod that is larger than an almond. It's once again there's a hard casing
see.
that needs to be
Yes.
cracked through to get to the
Carapace.
almond.
Yes, a carapace, an exoskeleton.
That
Okay, backing up
connection, Zoe,
next.
actually made a lot of sense to me because if you've ever looked inside of the peach pit, like it does split open and it does look like there's something that looks similar to an almond in the inside of that.
Okay, let's do that one. What's inside the peach pit? We're going to get all the way back to what we were meaning to talk about in
Which
just
was
a second.
Favorite
Is
nuts.
your browser homepage Yahoo?
I don't want to answer that question. Here's what's going on inside a peach pit. It looks like a pit. There's a little almond inside of a peach pit. That's where almonds come from. They come from
They
peaches.
come from
Okay,
peaches.
good.
Yeah.
So many other things I could say, and I'm not going to because I'm not going to pull Lars further
Yeah.
off.
Lars was all, when we were talking before the show, he was all, no, you can't talk about any of that on the air. Now look at what we're looking at.
Okay, all right.
Well, we're not even going to go into things we were talking about before the show.
'Cause Lars
We're
says
now
we can't.
we're now back to the next level
The
up, which was
FCC says
cashew
we
fruit.
can't.
Yeah, cashew
Let's
fruit.
talk about the cashew fruit. What did they do with the cashew fruit? Was a question
Oh,
that David had.
Wikipedia.
They can taste similar. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Armat?
Oh, Wikipedia had an answer for that. But if you want to
Okay.
do that one, that's great.
Go ahead. What do we got, Armat?
It could be eaten fresh, cooked in curries, fermented into vinegar, citric acid, or an alcoholic drink,
Ooh.
which now I kind of want to try.
I like the idea of
I'd
the
like a
fruit curry.
little cashew schnapps.
Right?
Of course.
It'd be fun to
Cashew
try.
fruit schnapps, which I feel like would be different than cashew schnapps.
Yes,
Yeah.
the two they're so similar and yet they hate each other so much.
One
Yes,
salty,
like
one sweet.
Oil and the weird fruit inside of oil that you extract from its hard carapace.
What I'm learning, David, is that this is called a cashew apple.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good. And now we're back to the original question, which was, what are your favorite nuts?
Well, oh, yeah.
so
What are your
sorry
favorite
for-
nuts? Oh, right. So,
That's where we were.
So I was making the argument that there are workaday nuts. There's a peanut and a cashew. There maybe an almond gets in there. Maybe a walnut.
I
get
would
in
put
there,
an
gets
almond
there.
in before a cashew. This was fascinating.
Okay, I'll take both of them. In for a penny, in for a pound. That's fine.
you're
And then
about
you
to
got
define
exotic-
a second category, though, of more extraordinary or
Yeah, I think so.
Incredible
highfalutin
nuts.
Like hazelnuts, macadamia nuts. I don't want to do the
A
thing from
Brazil
Best in
nut.
Show where the dude
Right.
just lists
Hi.
all the
What?
nuts. I don't.
White
I don't wanna do that.
pistachio
Colin
nut,
Peppa, you
red
stop naming
pistachio
nuts.
nut.
But I feel like there's sort of two different categories, and
Pecan.
I feel like you should be able to have one workaday nut and one prestige nut. I
Okay,
think you should
all
be
right.
allowed to pick two.
Oh, that's a cool.
Here's
that's
a
cool.
question. Pistachio, prestige or workaday?
Workaday. They dye those
Workaday.
things
Yeah.
pink. I don't know what they're doing over there. They got in the hand of marketing, and marketing people got to it.
They've conned us all into peeling them ourselves. They're workaday for sure.
Okay. I'm going to say that my top nut, and we can go around top workaday nut. Let's just do that one first. It's got to be the peanut. I love the humble peanut. How does everybody else feel about this? Workaday nuts, your favorites.
I'm
If
going
we're-
cashew.
Yeah.
Cashew for
if
Zoe?
Cashew's workaday, I go cashew.
Same
I think
here.
cashew's got to be workaday. I mean, come on.
I'm
There's such fancier nuts out there.
like,
You
I'm
seen these
also-
nuts that they got out there? Sorry,
I'm
what was it?
also a cashew man.
Nobody likes peanuts.
I actually really don't.
and peanuts aren't actually nuts anyway. So
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
don't think
peanuts.
cashews are nuts either. They're both legumes.
What are they? Nightshades? What are
They're
we working with?
nightshades. They're tomatoes.
They're apples.
Peanuts are a legume.
They're apples.
Technically,
I
a
like
vine.
peanuts I will take a peanut butter, a peanut flavored thing over a plain peanut. I'll eat a plain peanut, but
Peanut butter.
I like taking a handful of dry roasted peanuts, eating it, and then taking another handful of them, and then eating that one too.
and then
That's
getting
the way that
8
I
of
like
them
them.
up your nose.
Have
Up
you
my
ever
nose,
had
in my ears.
fresh boiled peanuts?
I have, and they're kind of cool.
They're very
salted
good.
mixed nuts. David's got them. David's got the salted mixed nuts.
I like
They're
the
right
idea,
here.
Lars, that every time on this show you've said you had to go to the doctor, it was because you had shoved so many peanuts in your ears and nose.
I didn't want to tell
like yet
anybody.
again had to trundle.
Yep.
Sorry, babe. I didn't mean to
Shameful.
interrupt yours.
David, let's talk about these nuts.
Yeah.
What those nuts do.
Oh, we couldn't. You know what? All the things that were banned to talk about on this show and
Thank
what
you.
those nuts do.
now you're asking David about his
now
nuts.
Here he is doing phrasing right in front of me. All right, this mix has cashews, almonds, pecans, Brazil nuts, macadamia nuts, and as I'm eating it, I'm like so happy when I get the cashews and the almonds.
Okay.
And I'm so not into the pecans, and I'm so not into the macadamia nuts and the Brazil nuts. So I always eat the macadamia nuts and the Brazil nuts first to get them out of the way.
Wait, what?
And then I enjoy the good ones.
My prestige nut is a macadamia nut, so I can't believe we've had this symbiosis of you hate them and are devouring them. But they're I would say they're my favorite.
I'm gonna make sure I'm talking about the right.
I'm surprised you eat mixed nuts as a snack. I don't think of you as a nutman.
He's all about his nuts.
I'm trying to keep you interested over here.
All right.
Okay.
Wait a minute, but so wait, is this the macadamia? This is the macadamia nut?
Yeah.
That's a hazelnut, I
definitely
think. That looks like a hazelnut.
There are no
It's small.
hazelnuts in here.
Hazelnuts and macadamia nuts, I think, are kissing
Similar
cousins.
shape, but
Disagree.
hazelnuts usually still have their skin on them.
Yeah, I officially don't like that very much. I'll start saving them for you, babe. Every
Nice.
couple of days, I'll bring in a handful
Just
of like
kinda
17 macadamia nuts.
Scatter
drop 'em
them
in
across
the
my
bed.
desk. In the bed.
I also learned an
drop-
important lesson from this, which is you really shouldn't eat nuts on mic.
No.
It's just rude.
Yep.
It's all where
shouldn't.
it started.
All right. Hey, let's move on. Let's get into our game. Let's do it. Let's get into it right now. Put those nuts away, David. Put those
Patreon.
goddamn nuts away.
You're just provoking me.
All right, let's do it. Your journey through Belcora Haravex's Abomination vaults has finally brought you to this. You've just entered an underground structure much older than what the sorceress built 500 years ago. An unspeakably ancient temple to the outer god Nimbleoth, predator of predators and eater of the undead. You've decided to follow the seeming warden of this temple, an ageless, whispering skeleton that has led you down a flight of stairs into this structure's lower reaches. That skeleton, ornamented with jewelry and vines, has brought you to a door as though it means to subject you to a test to join its cult. Perhaps your next steps are unclear, but you do know one thing. You have recently accepted a stone that, for now, holds the soul of the wizard Zarmavdian, and your friend Vadim has entrusted you to bring this stone to the spirit of Zarmavdian's friend, Otari Ilvashti, wherever he may be.
Is he not still up on like the second floor or third floor, whatever it was?
He got dragged down, I thought, by like tendrils of
Right.
that like wrapped him up and trapped him and pulled him deeper into the earth.
Oh, right.
The exact flow of events is that Otari, you ran into him on the fourth floor, the master thief of the Rose Guard. He's a ghost. You tracked his spirit. We all understand this part of it. You
Who's that green
were
essence?
able to free him from these wisps that were torturing him, and then he was struck with newfound memories, and he remembered that it was Zarmavdian that cast the spell, and he was overtaken by rage at his friend, overtaken by frustration, overtaken by like the fear, the negative feelings that the wisps have been stoking in him for a long, long time, for hundreds of years. When he was overcome with that attack of anger, of whatever it is, jealousy, resentment is the best word for it. The wisps started circling around him, and these like tendrils came up from the floor and dragged him deeper, deeper, deeper down below. So, when you have this note from Vadim saying that you have to bring this stone to Ilvashti, you don't know where Otari Ilvashti is right now, but you do know that something pulled him down deeper, and you have not seen him on any of the places you've gone since then.
So he's probably disappeared, and we won't be able to deliver the stone.
That's just good storytelling, Zoe.
That's right.
Always leave an open bracket open.
Yes.
Right, for the sequel.
Exactly.
That's right. It's the
Roots of Ruin 2, the hunt for
Red Otari.
Bravo, Robin.
The hunt for Red Otari.
It was Otari's nephew, Red.
Hi, y'all. I'm Otari's nephew, Red. How you doing tonight? It's a real honor to be here. I'm just happy to be included in this thing. He was a good guy. I didn't know him too well because he was dragged down into the earth I was at a very young age when he was dragged into the earth in his rage at betrayal by his former friends Armavdian. All right, I think we're all up
nice
to date.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, it was very nice to meet you as well. Would you like me to start naming nuts? I can do that.
Sir, what is your favorite kind of nut?
Cashew nut.
Red Harlan Otari.
So just to reset the scene, you're standing in a like wide chamber. It's probably like 80 to 100 feet wide. Maybe that's not true. What am I talking about? Hold on a second. Let me use my measuring mag over here.
Your measuring mag.
It's 50
mag
feet
for
across
scale.
this room. And you're standing in this room in front of this skeleton, this ancient skeleton creature that led you down here. I'm going to show you the art one more time. It's a skeleton that's so old that its like bones have turned brown. It's like a decaying ancient thing with metal jewelry and vines holding it together. It got up off of this throne. It brought you back. It brought you down to this floor. There are also two wisps, two of these dread wisps that you have faced in the past that detached from a chamber that you passed through on the way down these stairs. One of them is now sitting over a basin, this swamp basin that you have seen in various other situations. This room has a number of doors and entrances. There are a few pipes leading off to the eastern side of the room, but this expectant-looking skeletal creature is neither directing you towards those pipes nor these black doors behind it, but is instead indicating that you should head through a gray door here on the western side of this large, antechamber room that you're currently in. If you were to just pause for a moment here, the skeleton is saying nothing. These wisps are making the occasional kind of sound. But aside from that, you're free just to converse. Like there's nothing else happening aside from the voices of the four of you. So what do we do?
Can I get a just like a memory check, because we have been cavorting around in the Gravelands for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 of the 4 lenses that we need.
Correct. Let's fill in those details just a little bit more, because listeners are going to be coming back to this as well.
Yeah. Are we on our way to? Have we just done the locate spell on the 4th one, and that's sort of how we ended up down the trail that's led us here?
We used the locate to end up where the Irdeffens were, I believe.
Right, to get one of the other lenses.
So it's plausible that we're about to encounter Belcora here, but we only have 3 of the 4 things that we need to bust her.
Well, we know, I think, from her journals in the vault that she keeps the 4th and final lens down in what's called the Empty Vault, which is like her sacrosanct meditation chamber. And I think the place that's closest to Nimbloth on this
And
plane.
likely where she probably is, where her spirit is.
yeah.
And it feels plausible that we're getting close to that because it's getting very Nimblothy and very far down into the ground. So we may be like about
it's
to
beginning to look a lot
Like
like Limbalov everywhere. Sorry, David. Go ahead.
Take a look at the skull and death.
the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow.
David, let's continue this train of thought, please.
It's beginning to look.
No, not that
I
one.
feel
No,
that
before that.
Oh no, what have I done?
Okay, this train of thought. So it is plausible then that we could happen upon Belcora. If we do, we think it's fairly likely that we would be happening upon her and the fourth lens that we need in the same place, or in them close by.
Correct.
Okay, so continuing to sort of plunge forward here, come what may, is not actually necessarily off quest for us. It's on quest.
Maybe then
We
the way that you're talking about this, David, maybe Mag is starting to feel like a sense of inevitability. She's starting to feel like she is moving ever closer to this like final moment of destiny that has been calling to her this entire time. I don't know if you've ever had this experience, like when something that you've been anticipating for a long time feels like it's about to happen. Sometimes you're not fully in control of yourself. Sometimes things just sort of drag you forward. So maybe the feeling that you're describing, David, would map onto something like that for Mag. I don't know.
No, it's interesting. I felt that way at the end of high school.
Totally.
That's what I associate with the feeling.
I have a
you're
very
describing.
strong memory of walking down the final high school, like the hallway towards the last door of the high school, the last time I was inside that school.
Was
Yeah.
the Breakfast Club soundtrack playing? It feels
Yes.
like it must have been. Yeah.
It was.
Don't
Forget
you?
it.
Nimbloth me.
Have we talked about the Breakfast Club on the show?
know that we have.
All right, I'm going to save
That's
it for another time.
foundational, yeah.
I'm going to put that in the chat topics thing because, I got
Yes.
a good one, but it's not.
Okay.
I respect you enough, Lars, not to just sort of babble.
Spoiler
about
alert, we're all Ali Sheedy.
Yep.
it.
Okay. So, what else do we need to set up here?
Where's the thing we need to jam all the lenses into in order to stab her with it?
That
I
should
think
be
it's
the
in the
bag
bag
of
of holding. I think it's in the bag of holding.
So David, I wanted to fill that in. You're talking about the lenses. Mag
I
is
am.
holding and investing the ochre lens.
Correct.
AO is holding and investing the crimson lens. And you have two other artifacts here that matter, the emerald lens and the fulcrum lattice. Both of those are in the bag of
In
holding.
the bag of holding. Mag would, without question, reach into the... Well, no, but now we're in front of her minions, so we can't fucking do it. Okay. What I was going to say was reach into the bag of holding, pull this thing out, and hang it on her belt, and put the green emerald in it to, prep it, get it ready. But there's no way she can take it out now because these wisps are Belcora's eyes and ears. They would see the thing. That doesn't seem wise.
That's very interesting.
Okay, so perhaps Mag's hand reaches briefly toward the bag of holding, and then she thinks better of it. She's made a mental note to get this thing, at least the green stone in it. Perhaps at some other moment she might put the ochre stone in as well, and she's going to start thinking about how she could keep it on her person, but without its being visible.
Before Ao goes to join everyone else at the door, she walks up to the skeleton and sort of tries to boop its finger.
I'll
ET?
ET?
This
extended
finger that's
yeah.
extended the entire time.
Yeah.
The finger moves where your booping is as though it anticipated the boop. AO
Oh.
reaches the finger out and the skeleton silently moves its finger over and takes the boop.
All right. Takes the boop.
So is Mag scouting? Is AO looking for traps and avoiding notice? Is Trill searching? And Isthan is... what is Isthan doing?
Searching.
Holding up his parry stick?
Yeah, holding up his
Okay.
parry stick.
Great. So the four of you Mag, I've got Mag in front. So Mag reaches forward and opens up this next door. You step through a short hallway into a long chamber. You can see at the far western edge of this chamber, there is a giant jade statue of like a cracked and chipped skeleton in a burial shroud. The skull of this skeleton clenches a bundle of swamp weeds in its teeth, and built into the walls around you are several narrow slits, and stone doors are on the far side. I'm going to move Mag up a little bit.
Sure.
So just to help you understand the situation here, there are slits around the wall here. Like there's a large sort of like octagonal chamber that is covered with these thin slits. And as you advance towards this statue, you can see that there are heavy stone doors all around the western side of this room.
Trill's looking at the slits, and she's wondering if there may be, is it a trap or it's like arrow? Like she's wondering if arrows are coming out of something, if they step wrong or something going to come out of those slits.
Mag feels like this is a trap room, and those are arrow slits 1,000%.
Okay.
What is going on?
So Mag and Trill are interested in investigating these. Are you walking up to them?
I think she freezes. I think she would stop and try and
Can AO
recon knowledge or something, try and figure it out without moving, because she doesn't want to set anything off.
Okay.
I would like to examine them from a crafting standpoint, from exactly the place that I am.
Okay, so we've got Mag stands about 10 feet back from these slits. AO is interested in sending a mage hand towards them, and what is Trill doing?
I mean, Trill's definitely, she's looking at them.
She's looking at them from where she is?
Yeah, where she is. Yeah, she's not moving. I think she's also maybe
right.
looking at the floor to see if there's any stones that look like if we step on them that could set anything off.
Okay, so let's start with this Mag crafting check. This is crafting that's kind of like looking at the slit, trying to figure out what it's used for, trying to figure out how this area is built, that kind of thing. I just got a secret check from David. Thank you, David. What is it? Tell me what sort of information you want here. What does this examination look like? I want to give you the right information that you're looking for.
I want to know whether these slits are involved in any sort of can do us harm, can do us damage.
Yeah.
Whether there's any sign, for example, that there's mechanical stuff happening on the other side of the wall, such that something could come through and harm us.
Okay. Got it. I'm going to give you the answer to that question before we move the time forward at all. Zoe, AO is sending a mage hand towards this slit.
Uh-huh.
The mage hand passes through this slit easily. Like, if you were trying to see if there's something behind it, is that like good information to give you here?
Yeah, like what's back there? Does it set off a trap? Kind of,
Okay. It doesn't set off a trap. The mage hand doesn't feel anything back there, but it also doesn't feel like the wall is solid. Okay?
There's wall it went through or behind it?
That behind that slit, there's an open space.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it filled with jelly?
No, you feel nothing back there.
Okay. No peanut butter.
No. Not. You didn't roll high enough on your check that you didn't make to know if there's peanut butter. I'm sorry.
Well. Okay.
Okay. So, Robin, what did Trill want to know here?
Trill wants to know if there's any maybe pressure points on the floor that they might accidentally set off.
So Trill's like investigating around on the floor. What is Istin doing?
I think Istin is looking at the statue to see if there's an inscription. He's curious about that.
So Istin is often thinking about other things over here.
Yeah, and it's classic, like, distracted.
Mag is going to get there too, just not yet.
Give me a religion check from Istin, please.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to give the information. I'm going to give all this information. We've gotten what Ao was looking at here. Trill falls down on the ground, starts looking for pressure plates. There's nothing there. Isthin looks up at this statue and comes to the conclusion that this is like a rare depiction of Nimbleoth herself, like an artistic depiction of Nimbleoth. Mag takes a look at these arrow slits, takes a look at the doors that she saw on the western side of the room as she was doing her initial sort of like lay of the land. And she knows for certain that this is a chamber built by this cult where cultists would stand behind those arrow slits, like the doors that she saw, these doors that I'm talking about here, like right here on the northern and southern side of the room, lead back into a back alcove that would contain cultists. And those cultists would be like firing squad style onto the people standing in the middle of the chamber. As Mag reaches that conclusion, you hear, "Kneel, prove you are worthy to join us." And Mag's natural 20 that she got on her crafting roll, we're going to roll that forward right now while we are rolling for initiative.
Whoa.
Yeah. Roll for initiative.
I assume rolling perception. Can't really
Rolling perception for Trill makes sense. If you think you're investigating occult things, I'm happy for you to roll occultism also.
Oh, I think
I did deception on the theory that Ao is mage handing.
Okay, you were mage handing deceptively. I love saying yes. So let's do it. I'm gonna roll a bunch of initiative checks. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about how many dice you just saw.
No big deal.
Don't worry about it.
Well, we can count the damn slits.
So this is a situation where, like, this great initiative roll from Mag, the fact that Mag put the pieces together on this, I'm going to say that as you're preparing for combat, Mag, before initiative starts, is able to shout out the situation. Do you want to tell me what that sounds like? What is it that Mag can say very, very quickly that's going to help everybody, like inform everybody else to do what they're going to do? Because I'm going to tell you, all four of you rolled higher on the initiative than all of anybody else that might be, like
Just
all of
that
the people
one
that
guy,
were whispering this thing to you.
Threats from behind the stone. Firing squad incoming.
And as Mag shouts that out, the four of you are able to perceive that there are at least 5 spectral figures like lurking behind these arrow slits that you're looking at right now. I'm trying to figure out the right way to do this in the VTT to help you figure out what is going on. And it's going to end up with me just deleting a bunch of walls, okay? So you can see what's going on. But you cannot pass through these walls that I'm like showing you right now, okay? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't walk through the walls that you're seeing here on the map. And anybody that you're trying to hit from like within that alcove is going to have like very, very, very good cover against you.
Checks out.
Right?
Come to think of it, why did we trust a haunted skeleton pointing through a door to direct us somewhere good?
I was wondering this the whole time. I don't know. Why are we following him?
It booped.
Peer pressure.
It booped me back.
Yeah.
It was worth a shot.
Fate just pulled us in here. None of it felt good, but it felt like we had no choice.
Do we have any more of those exploding necklaces?
Oh, if
you always
only.
ask that, and we never do.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's go through the initiative here. Zoe, how did Ao do here?
Ao did pretty good, 36.
36 puts Ao out in front. Armat, how did Isthin do?
Isthin got about average. 11 on the die for a 28, so
Okay.
middle of the road.
Middle of the road, looking at the statue, not aware of the danger presented on the other side of the room. Robin, how did Trill do here?
Well, I also rolled a 10, but you let me roll occultism, And now that we're level 10, Trill's occultism is ridiculous.
It's through the roof.
She's a master,
everybody.
so that's a 33.
Okay.
On a 10, I'm not mad about it.
Yes, and you are perceiving occult things happening all around you, so I think that checks out. And David, we've already talked about Mag's initiative roll. It was a 20 on the die with a crafting check, so what does that all add up to?
That's a 35 for Mag.
Okay. So, the four of you are not totally caught off guard by this, like, really unfair situation. Let's kick off at the beginning of round one.
I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
Before we kick off the beginning of round one,
Yes.
since Trill can kind of see them through the slits,
Yes.
can she battle cry?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's reasonable. You're aware of these things behind the slits. You can kind of see them. You can see them enough to scream in the right place at the very least.
Fabulous. So she'll target the one kind of due south of her that she can see, I don't know, something reflecting off of their terrifying ghostly carapace, whatever it is.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and do a
little demoralized.
A little
battle
demoralized using her versatile performance.
cry. Okay. Sounds good.
Who wants to open? That's a 31.
That 31 means that as you hear this like whispering, there's a little bit of as one of these spectral figures flinches back within this alcove.
Y'all,
That's a success.
reaching master in performance and occultism is changing my life.
Yes, you get good at stuff in the later levels of
It's
this
so
game.
nice.
It's very true. All right, so let's kick things off at the beginning of round one. Ao is up first as you hear this, like, word of warning, this, like, call to alertness from Mag. What is Ao going to do here?
I'm
going to remind you, you can barely see these figures behind these arrow slits in these alcoves. We're looking at greater cover. They're going to get a +4 to their armor class and to reflex saves and so on and so on. What do we think?
I think Ao is going to delay her turn until at least Mag and Trill have gone, possibly Istin, and see if anyone comes out and she can take advantage of that.
Okay. So as Ao stands by, it's now Mag's turn. Mag, surrounded by arrow slits, spectral figures. You're deep in the belly of the beast. What is Mag going to do?
Man, I got a lot of ideas.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Do you want Trill to go first so that she can
Oh, yeah, of course.
lingering comp? Since
I will
Since there's
certainly...
no downside to that, no one's getting in our way.
I'll certainly delay for Trill, and just to vocalize this. So as Mag gestures for Trill to move ahead with her spell casting, she is, making eye contact with the rest of the group, and she's pantomiming, like throwing things into these slits, getting close to them and reaching through them and grabbing them. Like ranged attacks, like I'm going through the sort of mechanical options here. My head is spinning. So, Trill, like, do your thing, and I'm going to try to run a couple of experiments here and see how we damage these things.
And David, I want to reinforce something that Mag would certainly be aware of based on this incredible crafting check that she just got.
Yeah.
Mag knows where the doors leading into these alcoves are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
So I might not have to reach through and...
That was the critical success of
Got it.
That's the information that you got from that critical success.
So I don't have to reach through the slits and spritz them. I can run in there and start mashing.
You at least know how to get in there. Yeah.
That seems like a better plan.
One question can I raise is, are we trying to infiltrate them and be ordained, or are we just blasted? Like, because if we want to go along with them, and I don't know that Istin would necessarily want to do this, but I figured
we'd need to make friends or whatever.
It just was a question I didn't know how you guys were feeling about, but it seems like our default reaction is to fight these guys rather than kneeling.
I mean, that's often our default reaction.
I think I was up for trying that kind of thing until we got instantly put in initiative, and now it feels like I don't totally have a choice. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Well, I'm not sure we want to be giving ourselves in any way over to Nimloth here.
No.
Okay, counterpoint. What's the worst that can happen?
Really, I like to think
I'm
that
glad somebody's asking the question.
Trill's short enough so that I don't think she needs to kneel. I think she's just right at the... She can just pass
I
along.
think that's not
Auto-kneeled.
exactly the concern.
No, it's not that.
Compliance with kneeling. I think it's... But that's fine.
The penitent
Well, yeah,
man.
they didn't-
The penitent man kneels.
They didn't mean that they wanted you to take like an act of submission. They meant please ensure your head is below a certain height.
Right. Hold still, please.
Keep all arms and gnomes within the ride.
So is Mag delaying then? Mag's delaying, we're going to keep going?
Yes.
Okay. Mag's delaying, it is now Trill's turn.
Great. Trill's gonna start with Lingering Calm for Courageous Anthem. And that's a 37.
37 is a critical success on the nose. We're looking at 4 rounds of Inspire Courage, of Courageous Anthem. Yes, everybody gets a bonus to attacks, damage, and saves against fear.
Fabulous. You're welcome,
Oh,
y'all.
yeah. Thank you.
And I think it's pretty clear that these guys are specters, right? They're incorporeal. Is that pretty clear?
You look and you see glowing incorporeal things flitting around behind these arrow slits, yes.
Great. So I think Trill then will just immediately attempt on the one that she frightened already. Like she saw a kind of weird flinch come from it. So I think she's going to try Vitality Lash on it.
Okay. She can see enough of it. Vitality Lash is a fortitude save. It's not a precise spell, so this seems like no problem. You should be able to target this creature, no problem.
And damage would be 23 damage is what it's saving against.
Okay, I'm saving us 23 points of damage as this tendril of life-giving magic. Oops, I just took the damage instead of doing a save. Extends across the room, and I'm going to do a save here right now.
Ooh.
19 on the die. I'm going to take half
Oof.
damage.
Well, better than
you
nothing.
sure you don't want to just take that full damage there like you did, you know?
So that
That's
is
a great point.
11 points of vitality damage as you hear this kind of like hissing sound and a
But it definitely
a whispering
it hit.
howl.
They didn't like
Yeah.
it. It hit.
They withstood it slightly, but no, they didn't like. They thought it was.
I mean, the
not
withstanding
cool.
was just but it wasn't like that they avoided any because of resistance, right? It was just
not that you're aware of. No.
okay. Not that we're aware.
Okay.
God damn it, Lars.
So who would like to? We've got Ao and Mag on the back burner, and we got Istin up next. Who's gonna go?
Mag.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mag leaps into action, and what is Mag going to do here as she gets the sense of Trill successfully attacking these incorporeal undead creatures on the other side of the wall?
I'm going to move into the chamber to the north,
Okay.
which is 15, 20.
Okay.
And then I need to open the door. Is opening the door an action?
It is, yeah.
So the best I can do here is move, open door, and like move again.
Seems like it, yeah.
All right. Well, let's move and open the door, and then move again. Let me see if my third action I have anything useful. I don't think I do. Like I didn't take bashing charge or anything.
And that would likely
if
be
I
two
were to
actions. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I were to move, and I can't move past any of these because I need to tumble through, which is another action as well.
So, Mag opens the door, and she finally gets a good look at one of these things.
Yeah.
You see a spectral figure in cultist robes lurking in this pitch black area behind the alcoves. Mag getting a look at this creature. It's clear as day that this is an incorporeal creature, and as such, it has no physical form. If Mag wanted to move through it, she could.
Yep. Great. I want to move through it. So Mag will, having flung the door open, which I think also means taking a hand off my weapon.
Right, we're looking at a one-handed wielding right now.
Right. So I will move into and then run through the hallway
Right.
and take up a position between these two spectral cultist
Yeah.
figures.
And you feel this like sort of uneasy kind of like cold in your heart as you're standing between these two floating, glowing-eyed, incorporeal creatures. And it is now either Istin or Ao's turn.
Istin can jump in, unless Ao wants to go first.
No, I think she's kind of hanging back to see if she can get any sort of advantage on, like, if anyone will come out or... Because she wouldn't know that they were going after them, so...
Right. So yeah, then Istin will see Mag running into the corridor and quickly put 2 and 2 together, and he will stride down, open this last door. Do I have line of sight to this guy by any chance?
Yeah, you do have line of sight. I don't think they even have cover against you. Istin opens the door on the south, and he sees another group of like spectral cultists levitating, like with little blowguns held up to their mouths on the other side of the, like within this alcove, on the other side of the door.
Okay, and then I think he may just try and strike it.
Because you can reach.
Yeah.
Although we're talking about hands, do you have a single-handed hold for this staff?
Oh, interesting. I think I only get the reach when I have it in 2 hands. So
Yeah,
Oh, and that's right. I had to drop a hand, didn't I?
to open the door. Yeah.
Yeah. And Istin will spend his last action to interact and put both hands on his staff.
Okay.
Feeling
Listen, doors are good. Doors can stop a guy from getting through a place. If you wanna stop somebody from getting to you, you gotta throw a door up there.
That's true.
Let me tell you something.
We've been saying Mr. Door is very powerful.
Very,
last
one of
3
the most
years.
overpowered.
Oh.
Yes,
He's a
the
good
final
friend to
boss
have.
of this adventure is Mr. Door.
greetings,
so
adventurers.
Is Ao going to jump in now as Istin gets his staff going again, or are you going to wait?
No, I'm not going to let these guys go. Sensing that she may get overpowered, I guess she wouldn't know where they are. Like, could I go up to one of these windows and then fire an arrow directly through and have better line of sight?
You can, but they're still going to have cover as you're like trying to shoot through this slit.
It won't change anything about...
Let's say that if you're right up on it, I'm going to call it regular cover rather than greater cover. If you get right up on it, they're only going to get a +2 rather than a +4 to their armor class.
And is the one in here to the southeast is frightened?
Yes, that's the one that Trill screamed at.
Okay.
And then I hit it with Vitality Lash.
And then hit it with Vitality Lash. I apologize. Yes, of course.
All right, so Ao's gonna go down to the one that's frightened,
Okay.
and I guess TKP's not likely to be great with incorporeal creatures.
Yeah, so your best bet with incorporeal creatures are likely unarmed strikes, because I believe Ao uses hand
Ghost
wraps
traps?
of ghost touch hand wraps of mighty blows.
All right, so she falls down, and then she tries to get 2 quick jolts with her hand wraps. What is this, Radu? What's happening here?
You also have Foxfire. That's also
right. Sorry, that's
also
what I
a-
mean by the jolts.
yeah.
This is Foxfire.
Got it.
That's the word that I use for Foxfire is jolt.
Sure. Understood.
So she's gonna Foxfire this Beezy.
Foxfire that Beezy. Pleasey.
All right, that is a 31.
That 31 is a hit. Even though they've got cover from you, you are able to see them enough to send this jolt of fire, kitsune fire magic into the next room.
Not a great damage roll, but that does 12 points of damage.
Yes, that damage goes through. You attack them. The magical damage from your Foxfire goes through. The Ghost Touch rune makes it so that all of that damage gets applied. However, your sneak attack damage that you're doing to them because they are off guard to you, because they are frightened of you, right? Or they're frightened, period.
Mm-hmm.
That precision damage, your special rogue damage, doesn't do anything to incorporeal creatures because they don't have weak points for you to hit. So that this ghost takes only 5 points of damage.
Okay, agree to disagree. That ribcage looks awfully fragile, but fine. And then she's going to do one more Foxfire hit.
Okay.
That one's a 27 to hit.
And that one also hits. So
Hey.
Ao has the accuracy to hit these creatures, but it's going to be a sort of slow going with how much damage did you just roll?
That was 19.
And 11 of that goes through. So Ao is putting the hurt on this spectral cultist as this fire whooshes up all over the over this ghost, and it flinches back, holding on to this blowgun as though it's been weakened.
I like to
So-
think of it's like how you want to roast a marshmallow at a campfire. You just want to go nice and slow, a little at a time.
It's just a little bit at a time. You don't want to overdo it.
No.
It's true.
Turn it as you go.
Yeah, you want
Okay.
that golden color.
So that's it for the turns of our friends here, the heroes, and now all of these spectral cultists are going to go. This cultist here on the northern alcove sees that Mag has rushed in and is going to fly whoosh, through the wall and lands right in front of Trill and reaches out its hand to strike.
Which one was this?
This is the one that was behind this wall. It flew through the wall.
Well, they were all behind the. Was the one she attacked already?
It was this one to the northeast side of the
Oh, now
room.
I
It
see.
was sitting at about 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. It's your 2 o'clock specter.
Can Trill use the feat that never actually works, that she never gets to use?
Can she use empathetic plea?
Yeah.
Of course she can. So how does this look? What happens?
So it comes at her, and she responds with these puppy dog eyes, just whipping around and me, little old me, because she hasn't done anything to this particular one, so she can use empathetic plea. So that's a diplomacy check, which means that since it's a diplomacy check,
Okay.
I believe. No, that's not a versatile performance; it's regular diplomacy.
Correct.
And that's a terrible diplomacy check. That's a 6.
And what is the total number?
It's against the attacker's will DC.
Yeah, but what with 6 plus you're like you
So
rolled a 6 on the die.
23.
What's
Sorry.
the number?
A 23?
23 is one away from working. DC 24.
That stinks.
And
She
this
tried. So that creature is unaffected,
creature
and the
w-
creature is temporarily immune to empathetic plea now.
and yells, "Die!" and reaches out towards Trill with its spectral hand. That's a 31 to hit Trill.
That does
that
hit. It does hit.
Trill's going to take a total of 19 points of damage, and she feels her life force being sort of vacuumed out of her as this creature gains some temporary hit points from that. And Trill needs to make a will save to avoid being corrupted by this creature.
I think you're a big old meanie.
Yes.
And I'm trying to pay more attention to my feats, and I don't think I see
Okay.
anything that's going to help me with
The
this
Quentin
right now.
Tarantino special.
Yeah. The feetsies. Anyway, that's a 28 for my will save.
Yeah, that's a success. You get the sense that you fully resist this corruption. So,
Thank God.
No problem there. The Mag is face to face with one of these spectral cultists, and that spectral cultist is going to do something very, very similar. Extend its hand out towards Mag with something called a vile touch. This is my attack roll is a 25 to hit you.
25 does not hit.
Okay. Even though
misses.
you're flanked, even though you're off guard to it, that does not hit.
Nope.
And this cultist goes and flies into the middle of the room to get away from Matt.
Does that trigger a reactive strike?
Yeah, it does. Good point. I forgot you had that. It's been
Oh,
so
yes.
long. It's been so long. There were no reactive strikes in the last group, and I've gotten cocky with my moving around. Yes, that does trigger a reactive strike.
Okay. It's only one-handed, so changing the grip.
Okay.
And here, yep. Boy, I
Changing the grip, just like Christian Bale did when he yelled at that electrician on Terminator Salvation.
Yep,
I
see that
remember that
reference I
audio
didn't
clip.
get. 29
Okay,
to
very
hit.
It's 29. Yes, that'll hit.
Have you seen Terminator Salvation?
Is that like what we call Clueless 2 now?
Yes.
25 damage.
25 damage. All of that goes through because of Mag's new Spirit Barbarian thing.
Yes.
Her strikes while she is raging have the effects of the Ghost Touch rune, so all 25
Amazing.
points of damage go through.
Huge.
And I'll have you know, you didn't have to see Terminator Salvation to get the joke. It was just a viral video of Christian Bale yelling at a guy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
when the guy walked across the
you.
set.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really funny to think about there having been a Clueless 2.
Yes.
With Christian Bale in it.
With Christian Bale. Okay,
Did
so
you watch the
this
Clueless
special
TV
figure,
show?
it was my Clueless too.
Oh, with the one with Russell Crowe.
Was he on that? Okay, so this spectral figure rushes out of this room to get away from Mag. Does not want to be right next to Mag. Can you blame it? It just got pelted with the worst attack it's ever experienced in its death. The other spectral figure next to Mag is going to do something similar as the first one flees. They reach out their hand with a vile touch. Pretty good roll this time. That's a 30 to hit Mag.
30 does hit, yeah.
Okay. So Mag is going to take some void damage. Mag is going to take 14 points of void damage as this death energy blasts through her. And now it's the thing that and David, I think you resist some of that.
Yeah, I do seem to resist that, I think, because of the spirit instinct as well.
Because of the spirit instinct. This is the correct build of Mag for this encounter, it turns out. However, no build of Mag is correct when it comes to making a will save. So you feel your mind invaded by this specter's corrupting touch. I need a will save from Mag now, too.
It's a 29 to save.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well,
Mad
I've
about
been
it?
helped out. I've been helped out by the ochre lens, I think.
Did you get lens blasted?
Well, I guess do it plus 2 status bonus. Is this an emotion effect?
Is this an emotion effect? It's a mental effect, not an emotion effect.
Okay. All right. So I didn't get the
Regardless-
bonus, but it's a 14 on the die for a 29.
So you resist this, and you're immune for a minute. Trill resists it and is immune for a minute. Okay?
Fabulous.
Now we're going to get some action from these spectral figures on the far southern side of the room. The one that Ao is face to face with, that has just been pelted with a number of Foxfire blasts from Vitality Lash from Trill. That's the one that we're talking about right now. It's going to do the same thing. It reaches out and tries to touch Ao through this wall.
Reach out and touch Fox.
That's a 21 to hit.
That will not do it. That will not touch
Okay.
Fox.
Ao misses. We do not touch Fox. This spectral creature is going to move into the far eastern side of the alcove, not entering the center room like the other two did, but not standing right next to Ao regardless. This spectral figure that is near Istin, but not right next to Istin, sees Trill through this slit and is going to make a ranged attack.
Can Trill empathetically...
While within reach of
Reactive strike, please.
of Istin. Okay, reactive strike from Istin. Can Trill make an empathetic plea? No, she's used her reaction for this round.
Oh, that was already this round. You're right. Thank you. I apologize. I'm not
Yeah,
used to
there's
actually
just
taking
a lot
advantage of reactions. Yeah.
I get it. So here comes the reactive strike. How did you do?
2 on the die for a 23. I'm not going to hero point it, and I will let it ride.
Okay. So as this
Feels
strike
bad.
from Istin misses, a shot from a blowgun directed right at Trill. That's a terrible roll. That's it's a 21 to hit.
That misses.
And then
Ooh, that's why Trill's short. She's just the right height. She's kneeling.
she's just the right height. She's kneeling. I love that you guys still think this is like a test of fealty. Like, if you just kneeled, we wouldn't be killing you. Okay. Another blast from this blowgun at Trill. This time at Map. better roll this time. 28 to hit.
That misses. Thank you,
Oh.
level 10.
Okay, whatever. And then this undead, this specter moves away a little bit to just not quite be so close to Istin. And now the final of these specters for the round is going to go. Also looking through one of these arrow slits, targeting Trill with a shot from this vile blowgun, this attack is called. And that, everybody, is a 1 on the die.
A fumble card because you fumbled hard.
So I've got a new stack of spades that I need to draw from. Let's see. Am I drawing the ace of spades here?
Nope.
No.
Oh, this time.
Alas.
It's the 10 of spades.
The
Not
DS
today,
Fine.
Satan.
of spades.
Not today, spade tin. And I'm going to shoot at Trill again at map 10 because one time y'all did it and it worked. And I'm jealous of you. Oh my God, another 1 on the die. This is why this sucks. This game is stupid.
Should we just
man.
stop? Should we just give
thank
up the
God.
game?
Okay. Is it the ace of spades? No.
No.
It's the 7 of spades. Okay, that was the literally the worst turn I've ever had. in
That
the
was a
game.
really
Yeah,
rough
it-
turn.
That was
If you had gotten the ace of spades
Hard.
twice in a row, though, that would have been even, wow.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are at the beginning of round 2, and I'm going to ask all of you kindly, I'm going to ask you like a nice person to please make a save here, as you are all aware now that you are within the frightful presence of these spectral cultists. Would all of you please make this will save? As you try to deal with the fact that you're surrounded by these creatures that are frightening to you, and you're trying to not be frightened by them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And I believe also, so if we're trying to not be frightened, we do have, that means we're saving against fear effects, right?
This is a fear effect, and your +1 is already
So
included.
yeah, everyone
in your
gets a
roll.
+1. I just wanted to make sure we all knew
Yes.
that we all get a +1 bonus to that.
So if anyone passes by 1, that is the doing of Trill. Okay, let's go down. Mag, did you succeed? Did you beat this DC 22 will save?
I end up with a 23.
Great. So, that's a 23. That's just a regular success. So Mag's me frightened 1.
Okay.
How did Trill do on this?
Trill got a 20 on the die for a 40.
Okay. So Trill critically succeeds. Let's skip to Istin. Spoilers for what happened to AO. Let's go to Istin. How did you do on this one?
34?
Okay, that's a critical success as well.
Yes.
So Zoe, how did AO do here?
I got a 21, although I will say briefly before when I looked at it, it was a 26, but let's go with 21.
Yeah, I saw that too. It looked like a little bit of dirty pool.
You must have pissed it off, babe.
All right, well, here we are, 21.
So AO's gonna be frightened 2 then.
Yikes.
As the frightful presence of the
Radu!
specters. Okay, here we are. It's the beginning of round 2, and the situation is that these specters are forcing you to chase them. They are playing keep away from you, and it is probably aggravating and scary in equal measure. Mag is up in this northern alcove trying to fight these specters that are running away from her. And Istin is entering this southern alcove, but when you enter the alcoves, they jump back into the center of the room, meaning that Trill and Ao are face to face with 2 of these specters, these spectral cultists wearing the robes of Nimbaloth worshippers here in the middle of this testing chamber. So far, all of you have passed the test. None of you are dead yet, so congratulations. It is now Trill's turn. What is Trill gonna do?
Trill wants to try out her new spell, and this feels like a good
Great.
time to do it.
Whatever.
So Trill's going to
swans.
move
Okay.
Skits.
so that she's got 2 of these guys in a line from her.
Yeah, beautifully done. Beautiful.
And let's go ahead, and I'm going to target both of them. And Trill's going to use her fancy new spell that she just got from leveling up called Spiritual Torrent. And she releases spiritual essence in a torrential blast of energy, dealing 10d6 damage. If you're a living creature, this spell deals vitality damage and gains the vitality trait.
Okay, meaning that it doesn't affect you.
But it won't affect them.
Right.
But it will affect them.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's vitality.
Oh, if you're a living creature.
Yes, she's
Sorry,
living, so she's casting vitality.
I apologize.
Versus
I thought you were talking about the target.
Yeah, no, so if she were undead, she'd be casting void damage.
Yeah, it's just good for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a one-size-fits-all blast spell.
So let's go ahead and roll that damage.
Yeah, okay, so you're targeting their oh gosh, you got so many colorful dice these days, it's very exciting. How much damage did you just roll?
33.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this is their worst save. Fortitude is a terrible save for these ghosts. Let's see what happens. I roll a 13 on the die on one, a 12 on the die on the other. That's a 26 and a 25, respectively.
Spell DC is 29.
Spell DC is 29, meaning I fail. I take full damage on both of them. 33 points of damage as Trill blasts through both of these spectral undead. Let's just give a hero point because
Battle Bard in full effect.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I call battle music volume Trillfus.
Okay.
Volume 2.
Trill sends that out, and she's glaring at them. I'm done with these undead. I don't know. I could have come up with a better thing. Sorry.
The undead that you're done with that's right in front of you looks very, very badly injured. It is twisted around. It is struggling to continue flying. So that's good news for sure. It is now Mag's turn. Mag is face to face with one of these undead cultists, one of these spectral cultists in the dark area behind the arrow slits here on the northern side of the room. What is Mag going to do on her turn?
Well, there's only one left here with me. Went sprinting in there so that I could get next to them and bonk them, and now they're floating through the walls at me. So I think I may want the action later, so I'm going to keep going with a one-handed strike here.
Okay.
Even though it isn't as much damage, I'm going to try and take a bite out of this and save my actions for other stuff.
Well, the fact that Mag doesn't need to punch through the resistance makes the one-handed attack better for her than it would have been in an earlier life of hers, right?
Right, true.
Like, you don't need to do as much damage as possible because all of your damage is going through. Oh, it's 25 to hit. Because of Trill's Courageous Anthem, that connects.
That's awesome. It was only a 4 on the die, so that Courageous Anthem got me over.
Everything's coming up Trillfus.
Nice damage roll, 28 damage.
28 damage, a combination of bludgeoning, acid, and spirit damage from Mag's Spirit Rage. All of that goes through because it's all Ghost Touch.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
And this creature wheels back as it's like your hammer reaches into the world of ghosts and slams into it rather than just passing through it.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, pretty dope. I am now going to run back into the main theater of battle here. And I'm going to clobber a different one. So I'm going to use a sudden charge, which is 2 actions, to move twice. And then if I end within melee distance of something, I get to hit it.
Yeah.
I'm going to run back through the hallway, back into the main room, and back next to Trill, and I'm going to bash the one that's next to Trill.
Love to see it.
Trill looks to the left, and there's Mag. Suddenly Mag is like right in front of her.
With a 30... Oh, no, sorry. It's only a 25 to hit.
Same as before. You hit it on the nose twice.
Do skulls have noses?
And that's 26 points of damage for this creepazoid who's sitting in the middle of the room. Oh, that didn't do it.
Amazing.
Didn't quite do it. The creepazoid is still up as Mag slams into that one as well.
Thanks,
Ah,
Mag.
You're very welcome, Trill. And it's Istin's turn.
Istin, behind Trill and Mag, sees this badly injured specter floating in the middle of the room, but also sees potentially 3 of these ghosts lurking in the alcove in front of him. What is Istin gonna even do here?
Yeah, I think for a second he's kind of torn. He looks back and forth and then goes for to stride over and make a spell strike against the damaged whatever this is.
Sure. Specter, yes.
Yeah.
Ghost. Cultist.
Haunt.
Call whatever you like. Just
not-
don't call it late to the... Never, whatever.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
It's a ceremonial ritual murder.
Don't call it late to
Yeah,
the
do not
the
do
one
that. They
the
hate
one Robin
that.
said. Let's go with Robin's punchline.
Yep.
Let's do that one.
Okay, so he's using frostbite because it seemed like targeting fortitude was a good call. So he is rolling a 36 to hit.
That 36 is a critical hit. Yes.
Hell yeah. All right, so that is going to be 40 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
with
Okay.
2d6 of
It's a bunch.
persistent vitality damage, and 14 points of cold damage with a basic fort save.
Okay, so Istin loops around the far side of Mag, swings the staff over, and delivers such a potent blast of magic that this specter just goes and just vaporizes in front of his face. Like,
Awesome.
this is the... I didn't even... Okay, I'll do the save. I'll do your damn save. I critically fail it. It's so much damage.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the
that's
most...
so many
It's
dice.
the most dead undead
This is the
that's
most
ever
dead
not
undead
died.
I've ever seen. Really, just ridiculous.
gosh.
What happened?
Guys, I think it feels like we're finally actually like prepared again for something.
Yes.
Like maybe
You're-
we
you're
finally
using
figured out
characters
there's
that you know how
enough
to use again.
undead that we need
Okay.
stuff to fight undead and ghosts.
It's true.
Imagine if we also had a cleric.
Jeez.
Well, let's not.
Then
think
it'd be
let's
too
not think
easy,
about that.
you know?
Yeah. Okay, so Istin rushes into the room and takes the first of these cultists down, and now Ao, who is like playing whack-a-mole with these cultists, these specters behind these arrow slits. What is she going to do? The one that she hit last turn is on the far northeastern side of this alcove, at the very bottom of this alcove, the end of this alcove. But Ao now is frightened too, which is a problem because these ghosts are starting to get to her. So what is Ao going to do on her turn?
Ao's gonna turn on her heels, and I guess the Foxfire was like pretty good as far as ghost damage goes. I don't know. I don't have anything better, right?
You do have, so the Foxfire is throwing out only you may not have anything better because the Foxfire is throwing out D4s with their ghost touch D4s.
Right.
I don't know. You got your Kukri. That does D6s.
But is it like that damage will go through?
No, I'm an idiot. No. I'm sorry.
Okay, that was the whole thing where we wound up with the Foxfire. This is fun.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
having a good time.
We are having fun.
What's the range on the Foxfire? 20 feet. 20 feet.
20 feet, yes. 20 feet on Foxfire.
All right. What are we looking at here? All right. She's just going to turn around and hurl one blast of Foxfire at the injured but not frightened friend in the middle of the room.
Okay.
That is a 37.
Yeah, that 37 is a critical hit.
Great. That does 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage from the Foxfire. All of that goes through. This Ghost Touch Foxfire finds a weakness on this spectral figure that's looming right in front of Istin, and some of it burns away in front of you.
All right, let's do another one of those. That's a 24.
And because you are frightened, That misses.
All right. What can I do that's productive here? Recall knowledge? Do we? I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Give me a recall knowledge. If you want to, the most obvious skill here is religion.
Okay.
To identify this undead creature.
That's currently at a -1, so talk to me about literally any other skill that I might use.
Why don't you tell me what you want to roll, and I'll struggle to come up with a justification for it.
She's trying to figure out if there's like some way she could sneak around it or get one up on it, so she wants to check with deception. I don't know. I don't love that, but it's what I'm saying out of my mouth. Those are the words.
I'll find you. Here's the way in on deception here, and this is a sign of either how good I am at this or how bad I am at this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you decide. They were trying to trick you. You got into the middle of this room. They lied to you and they started shooting you with arrows. There is the liar, the deception that is baked into who it is that these creatures are. So if you want to give me a deception check to try to do a recognized game on these creatures, go ahead.
All right.
That'd be a good name for a feat.
Game
recognized game.
Yeah, that would be.
I like it.
Okay, so go ahead and ask me. I'm just looking at this DC real quick. Go ahead and ask me 2 questions about these creatures, and I'll let you know what these are. These are something called a cultist specter, is what these creatures are. When an evil mortal dies, it sometimes returns to haunt the area of its death as a specter. These were cultists here that subjected the would-be joiners of this cult to a test like the very one that you're facing right now, where those who die fail the test, those who succeed, those who do not die pass the test.
Okay.
That's a test that you're presently trying to pass. What question do you have about these creatures?
I guess we know weakest save was fortitude. How about any kind of damage that they're weak to?
So you don't get the sense that they're weak to any damage. They are incorporeal, so they're immune to precision damage and resist plenty of other kinds of damage. But
As we've seen.
no weaknesses. Do you have any other questions about these creatures? About these cultist specters?
Yeah, what are they named? Each of them.
They're each named. It's weird. They're given a number, and those numbers are 1 through 6.
Okay.
So their names are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are left. Luckily, you killed 6 first, so we don't need to worry about skipping any numbers.
So convenient.
Yeah, it was really, really convenient. I gotta tell you, when I saw you kill that one first, I was like, oh, I'm glad that they killed 6.
They killed 6
because now I
first,
don't need to remember which one it was, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 still alive.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 6 just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
It's messed
Now-
up.
Are these names their ritual names, like when they became members of the cult?
That's
they
right,
just got,
yes.
like, they gave up, they shed their previous
They
lives.
shed
So
their
we're among
earthly
some of
name.
the original members. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty exciting. This
That's
is
right.
history.
These were the very first cultists
Top
of
of the
Nimbleoth
pyramid.
to ever live.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
I
And
almost feel
cultist
bad.
1 is like right in front of
Right
you.
there. Right there.
And Nimbleoth said, all right, y'all are assigned to the inner sanctum.
Yes.
That's it. And
We're
they-
gonna have you do the test, the very first test.
Yeah.
That's who my
yeah.
most trusted.
Y'all stand over
allies.
there and you aim
Yep.
at this spot and don't move.
Yes.
And that was 9,000 years ago.
They're like, oh, do I get a break at all? Do I get any candy? Okay, then no candy. Got it. Very good.
Very good.
Okay, good questions. It is now.
We've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Is
we
it
have
one's
learned a
turn
lot.
now?
It is time for cultist number 1 to go. Cultist number 1 is the injured cultist here in the middle of the room, and you're not going to believe what this cultist does next. I've been
Wow.
holding this up my sleeve,
Is it gonna
but I'm
run?
not going to tell you what it is until we come back
What?
next time.
Stop it.
Cultist
The
1's
biggest cliff
special
of a
move
hanger
comes out.
we've ever
Adventurers fighting
had.
Nimbleoth hate this one weird trick.
That's right.
Roots of Ruin is a Tabletop Gold production produced under the Paizo Incorporated fan content policy, using trademarks and copyrights owned by Paizo that are covered under that policy. The Roots of Ruin is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. All original characters and content in The Roots of Ruin are the property of Tabletop Gold, and all rights are reserved. We at Tabletop Gold would love to hear from you. Visit our website, tabletopgold.com, to learn more about us and our shows, join the Golden Horde to get access to more shows, pick up great merch, and connect to the best online community in all of podcasting. Thanks for listening.